G'day fellow creatures over here. This is my must-see and subscribe going here on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius. I don't know how I'm going to put this sort of this sort of video and all that kind of. I'm not quite sure if this were to be one of those my pet peeves, a political video, or if it's something that is, of course, YouTube related and perhaps social media related to all of us content creators and all that kind of stuff, or it's basically law related. I may not be the first person to talk about this here in Australia, but the thing about it is that, and I've got the email right here, I've got an email from YouTube informing me, and I pretty much know, that the proposed Australian bill may affect me as a creator. If passed, could change how young Australians access your content on YouTube, limiting your ability to entertain. And as of November 21st, I don't know if it's a video that's come out, the Australian government introduced a legislation to Parliament that will ban anyone under 16 from having an account on a broad range of social media platforms. And a broad range is those that include Twitter, Blue Sky, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, virtually any other social media that you can even think of. And it continues. It says, well, the government has said that it intends to exempt YouTube as a service that is health and education related. This is not included in the bill itself. Instead, the government has said it will do so through a separate process at some point in the future. And then they've gone on by saying they did sort of appreciate the I don't know what they're thinking of with appreciating the government's undertaking in that. But as a matter of good policy, thankfully, YouTube have requested that the government reflect its policy intention in the bill itself and not claim it will be dealt with later. Doing so will provide certainty to our users and our creators. Okay, so it's just with the creators. And what it means to me, and to all of us, is if the bill passes its current form, it will potentially prevent Australian users under 16 from accessing any content, including helpful, informative content, from creators like myself, or perhaps Bakari. And to be honest with you, it will affect many of us furry content creators, especially Stormy, especially Bakari Roo, and especially all of them that were trying to educate the younger generation about the furry fandom as the best as I possibly can, of what we're on about. And this is a bit of concern. And they just continue on saying that they're committed to keeping Australian families safe by ensuring YouTube remains a healthy and enriching place for kids and teens, guiding what they claimed work in this space. YouTube's youth principles that are placed for safety, mental health, well-being of kids and teens as a top priority. Yeah, I do get that, because of the fact being is that there are many of our videos. I mean, this is the only reason why that they enforce COPA, right? And why that YouTube, regulates or wanted to know if your video is your intended audience is kids and all that kind of stuff. With me personally, I'm not a kid-only YouTube video. I mean, I'm not only a kids channel, but I'm basically an all-age channel to educate to you all of my passions, that is including, of cosplay, Elder Scrolls and all that kind of stuff. And you're getting that for free, right? Like, they're just taking it as the top priority in that. But it continues that YouTube is concerned that the inclusion in this bill potentially cutting off access to those under 16 to the educational content, news, sports highlights, music videos, entertainment that they currently enjoy. So, in other words, that there are a lot of kids channels and all that kind of stuff, and especially if they're like toy unboxings and all that, toy unboxings that they might enjoy, maybe that they enjoy harmless gameplay videos from PewDiePie, if he's still along. I mean, if he's still on the map of the channel, maybe just I'm not quite sure. Mr. Beast and all that kind of stuff, and also with Logan Paul or whatever, you won't be able to see these people unless that you're 16 years or older. And it continues on by saying in this, YouTube will continue to work constructively with the Australian government on this legislation, ensure that creators like you can continue to provide high quality content for Australian users. Which, like I said, that is what I want to, that's what I'm striving to do. I'm doing this for free, And I'm trying to produce so much of the high quality content to you guys and all that kind of stuff, okay? So this sort of rule of what Albo claims, and this is his what he claims on it, that it will protect children and I can't really do the Albo voice, but he does have a bit of a. Or it will protect children from all these certain bullying and all that kind of stuff, and exposed, like, honestly, okay, I understand, right, that there are some certain sites on social media that I would not even let my own kids go into, right? That it would prevent them from blocking like other certain people that are pretty much of a danger to them, that are bullying them and all that kind of stuff. There is some parts that I do understand, right? I mean, kids don't really need Twitter, especially when Elon Musk had just taken it over and all that kind of stuff, and like I do manage that it was a completely sinking ship, or it's a sinking ship that's going down and down as people were leaving. But here's the thing, right? I'm saying this both as a content creator in Australia and, of course, from the experience as an autistic person. You see, I do get that there is some accounts that deserve to be banned from social media and all that kind of stuff. I do heard from content on YouTube Kids where there's a lot of these videos out there that were just I don't know how that they were meant to be for kids anyway, with some of them like, some of them, whether it's like, I heard of a story of someone watching a video on YouTube, kids, no joke, encouraging kids as young as 10 to kill their parents, okay? This is from what I heard and all that kind of stuff from a friend on Facebook. And to be honest with you, personally, I'm pretty much concerned with that. I mean, I don't know how that some of those videos are on YouTube Kids, because, like, there's some videos that, like, Lucas the Spider, that should be okay. It's kind of cute and wholesome and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it is that I do agree that in some sites, kids shouldn't be allowed to be on, for their sake. Because we are living in the world of cyberbullying and all that kind of stuff. And please, may I stress this, this is my opinion on this matter, right? You can agree or disagree with me if you want, okay? Because after all, this is an Argonian.POV video, and I don't call this Argonian.POV because POV is my point of view, Continuing on. But I'm going to explain this. But as for Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, as an autistic person and on behalf of the autistic community and all neurodivergent communities and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to have to disagree that of banning social media from kids over 16 and all that kind of stuff. To be honest with you, I would think that this is a wrong way to do it. I believe that this law is ableist as a neurodivergent and as an autistic person, based on my experience, right? Because the thing about it is that, for one, it will do much more worse onto kids around that age limit, right? I believe that it would do a lot more worse. And okay, I do get there's like pedophiles, child groomers, people out there that tend to disguise themselves or make out as someone that's around their age and all that kind of stuff, wanting to be friends, and then later on they end up abducting them and do a lot of really, really creepy and really like raping and all that kind of stuff. And I do not condone of that. I do not condone that. As a matter of fact, I condemn it. And if you're one of those people that likes to have sex with kids and all that kind of stuff, or likes to molest kids or like to rape kids, and if you're like or at least people younger than you, like under 18 and you're over 18 and all that kind of stuff, damn you to the void. Please get some help, whether it's being locked up in a mental asylum or in jail or whatever. Even though I really don't like you guys that actually do rape kids, okay? There are some of those that are cyber bullies and all that kind of stuff and telling other people to KYS, okay? And if you are one of those people that do that, then damn you to the void. If someone died because of you, damn you to the void as well. You should be arrested and banned from social media. And there's a lot of people out there with that have some sort of dysphoria that would end up killing them anyway, is anorexia, because that the internet is having people to starve themselves because they sort of feel that they're too fat and all that kind of stuff, and in a way that it will not be healthy, if you end up starving yourself anyway. But, however, where Facebook is concerned, I believe that it's going to do more harm to the kid because people like me, that is younger than me, and I'm saying this from experience, they would have little to no contact to their peers, to their friends, to people at their age and all that kind of stuff. Because being an autistic person, I don't think that I had a very decent childhood and all that kind of stuff. It's not because of my parents and all that kind of stuff. They're awesome. You know, my parents are awesome. But to be honest with you, as an autistic person, I hardly had any friends coming over to my place and hang out with me and all that kind of stuff. Or invited me to, you know, their houses and all that kind of outside of school. That made me feel very, very isolated and all that. Actually, very isolated and lonely. Sure, my brothers had friends coming over, but the thing about it is that it just drove me very insane because I wanted to have my friends coming over to visit me and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, if it weren't for Facebook, then I personally wouldn't have any contact with my friends whatsoever. Because, let's face it, I don't go out and play sport, right? Because, you know, I'm not really... There's some instances where, even with some of the other sports I want to do, my parents couldn't pay for these extracurricular activities for me to go out and have fun and make friends and all that kind of stuff. So I rely on Facebook to keep in contact with people my own age when I'm outside of school and having a bit of a social life and all that kind of stuff. And if you cut kids under the age of 16 from Facebook, chances are that you are limiting their social interactions and contact from their peers. And I mean, not the complete pedos and all that kind of stuff. They can go to hell. I'm talking, of course, about their friends and all that kind of, and not just people that have autism, but what about some of the other kids over there that are living in very isolated communities in the middle of whoop whoop, like say like in a farm or whatever, and their nearest friends would be just say hundreds of k's away, right? They had no car whatsoever to, you know, go between these places and all that kind of stuff. And they can only meet each other in school. I mean, that isn't enough because of the fact being is that if you cut Facebook from kids younger than them, it will literally break them down mentality. It wouldn't be good for their mentality and all that kind of stuff. So how can we combat this without banning kids from social media? Simple. Have the parents to control what goes in, who they can friend on social media and all that kind of stuff. Let their social media accounts go through their parents, right? Because the parents are meant to be the ones to protect them from these. And I'm also saying this also as a content creator because of the fact being is that even though this is a long rant video on the social media ban, how can I say? As what the thing said on YouTube, right? It's going to dwindle in numbers, right? But I'm not saying this for myself. I'm saying this for every single content creator around that have the audience that are Australians that are under the age of 16, right? And especially those that don't have their own play button to even get there, to those that don't even have even 1,000 followers on YouTube. Well, and to be honest with you, it's going to be this rate where it's going to have, not many of us have the motivation to make these videos anymore because of the people that are having their accounts deleted on request of the Albanese government. Not to mention that this ban This social media ban is also a violation of our free speech, our right for expression, and including the right to be heard as well by our audience and all that kind of stuff. Not many of us, or we may not have the target demographic for kids at the moment. And especially being a PG channel, it's going to hurt me as well. It's going to hurt all the other content creators. So maybe instead of cutting kids from social media, why not instead have a rating system like you do on video games, music, movies, all that, right? Have the same exact rating system, especially here on here on YouTube and on TikTok. Because I know for sure that it is a real concern for not just us, and especially if there's younger content creators out there, that also make videos on YouTube Shorts and all that kind of stuff. I've seen some really cute videos and all that kind of stuff of, kids wearing dino masks and do their own things on YouTube Shorts and all that kind of stuff. And I know how much that kids would want to dress, how much fun that some furries in the furry fandom would like to dress up. Take YouTube and TikTok away from them, and they'll just lose the outlet for it. I know for sure that there will be more and more furries, no matter what this ban has. Not to mention that even before even social media, there is even worse bullying. There is a lot of bullying and all that kind of stuff around. Because you're not going to get rid of bullying, you're not going to get rid of, arseholes and creeps and all that kind of stuff, unfortunately. And what really gets to me is that not only that Anthony Albanese is trying to put into this law, believe it or not, it is also because Peter Dutton is for it. Peter freaking Dutton is for this law, for this social media ban, and Peter Dutton wants to have it gone, wants to have the thing lifted before freaking Christmas! Before Christmas! I don't know. This social media ban, this under 16s law, I don't think it has anything to protect kids from, protecting kids. All it is, and it goes down, and I know for sure that with the misinformation bill that haven't been passed, thank the He's for that, because it will impede our freedom. But to have an under 16 ban from social media, especially YouTube, especially from TikTok, you are taking away people's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. It is similar to, and as far as I know, it is similar, with those lockouts of pubs and all that kind of stuff, where certain music venues have to be shut by some certain time and all that kind of stuff, and not having loud live music. To be honest with you, as a content creator, I sort of feel it feels like that I feel like one of those musicians that are struggling to have a freaking impact on and come out in the music scene. And the thing about it is that's trying to break out, right? To to have like various shows and all that kind of stuff, and have people to discover them, making a huge impact, and showing that, and having a chance to show them what they are passionate about. I, right now, feel like that I am one of those musicians, even during these strict lockout laws in New South Wales, where basically, just to cater for the Karens that that are stupid enough to live in these houses right near a music venue or a nightclub. That's the reason why these lockout laws are for and all that kind of stuff, right? Even before that the club was there, before the houses are built. It's affecting me as well, right? And it's going to affect all of us smaller creators and all that kind of stuff. I wish that there is a petition out there that would be against this bill, or better yet, have YouTube and Facebook and TikTok exempt from that bill, at least. And I know for sure that Elon Musk is against it even. Elon Musk, but he doesn't really care about kids anyway. And as far as I know, if you are under 16 years of age right now, depending if this video comes out, I regret to say this, and I'm very, very sorry for those that enjoy watching my content. I'm very sorry to say this, but if you are under 16 here in Australia, and if you do have an account on YouTube, chances are that your YouTube account, if this law passes, will be deleted. You will no longer go on YouTube to watch my content or anyone else's content, or any of your favorite. This video, depending on when it's out, will if the bill passes, will be the last ever video that you will ever going to watch until you turn 16. And even though that you're subjected to the the adult justice system, even before that, even before you turn 16 here in Australia. Not to mention that none of this bill, none of it, is not just for child protection, but also it's going to silence critics of their government, including those that are against that are pro-Palestine. It is going to endanger our anonymity, even though that, especially those of us that have done no wrong whatsoever. Not to mention that according to most people, that the reason why they're banning under 16s from social media is to bring out this law that they want your age to be verified, because the government wants your personal information, your IP, and all that kind of stuff, or they want to access your social medias and all that kind of stuff. They want to invade your privacy, and this is the thing that we're going towards and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is really concerning for us Australians. So anyway, I know it's with me blabbering on for about around half an hour or so. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this social media ban? Are you for it? Are you against it? you know, you're welcome to put down your. I don't know if I'm losing followers and all that kind of. I don't know if I'm losing followers and that because of this bill. But I'm not, like I said, may I stress that I'm not making videos just for followers. I'm making videos just to entertain those, to even educate you all about what I'm really passionate about. I'm not only there for numbers, no money, but I do this for free. And each and every one of you know that, because I've been saying it. If you do follow me anywhere on social media. So anyway, other than commenting, you know, if you do like this video, make sure you know, press the thumbs up button. If you'd like to support me further, make sure you press the subscribe button on that side of the screen and that. If you have subscribed, I really did appreciate it. And yeah, it is a small thing that you did, but it does a hell of a lot to me. If you wanted to be the first one to know or have it like early notifications, make sure you turn the bell icon on, so you will be one of the first people to know. Also turn the notifications on in your devices. My other social medias and all that kind of stuff, if it's allowed, and that, depending on what country that you are in, it's also in the description down below also, including Blue Sky and whatever. And for those that doesn't want to, that will not be able to see me once this bill gets passed, for those that will not be able to see me, but have a PS4 and is on the NA Mega server, you probably would see me there or meet me. My gamer tag is Bruzo Also to those that wanted to game with me on PS4 or whatever, I'm basically a laid back guy, all that kind of stuff. I don't know when you will see my videos here in Australia if you're under the age limit. However, I hope that you have an amazing time in your endeavours and all that kind of stuff. And thank you for watching this, even though that I'm ranting on about this social media ban and all that kind of stuff. And yes, it's just I'm using my human hands and all that kind of stuff. And thank you for watching this. Thank you for listening with me rambling. Thank you for supporting me. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be making this content. And as always, until next time, or when you're 16 years old, or if you still have a YouTube account, may this guide you all. Bye for now.